Namaste viewers and listeners. Myself Dr. Brahmdatt Sharma, Associate Professor Kumar Bhitya, Shri Shirdi Sai Baba Ayurvedic College, Rainwal, Jaipur. Today I am going to talk about a skin disorder, chicken pox, or we can say varicella. In Hindi it is very famous as Masurika. It is caused by varicella zoster virus. First we are talking about definition. Chickenpox or varicella is an highly infectious acute illness caused by varicella zoster virus. It is characterized by vesicular rashes accompanied by fever and malaise. Why it is named chickenpox? Because the rashes size 5 mm to 10 mm, they looks like chickpeas. So it is named chicken pox. The main features are headache, fever, loss of appetite and rashes. They first appears on chest, then face and back. Then they spread all over the body. Then etiology. It is caused by varicella zoster virus, or we can say human alpha herpes virus 3. It is also famous as human herpes virus 3. It is double strand DNA virus, belong to family herpes viridae. Its genus is varicillovirus. Lifelong latency and reactivation is the specific feature of this virus. Next is epidemiology. Chickenpox is highly contagious with an attack rate of at least 90% among susceptible or seronegative individuals. In children aged between 5 to 9 year old are most commonly affected and account for more than 50% of all cases. Chickenpox infection was a common occurrence and almost everyone had been infected by the time he or she reached adulthood. The death rate is very rare, that is 1 per 60,000 cases. It is very common in past era because the vaccination was not available and almost every child have this disease. Next is transmission. Chickenpox is an airborne disease which spread easily throughout the cough and sneeze of an infected person. It may be spread for 1 to 2 days before the rashes appear and 4 to 5 days thereafter, or until all the lesions have been crusted over. When the lesion crusted, it is more infective, and there is cross placental infection to neonates also. So transmission is through direct contact or airborne, mostly infectious 2 days before and 4 to 5 days after the appearance of rashes. Next is pathophysiology. The virus enters through respiratory tract and goes into lymphoid system and produce viremia and symptoms like fever, headache, malaise. Then it goes to epithelium at different sites. After 14 days, it reaches the main target, that is skin. After producing the disease, it becomes latent in the cerebellar or posterior root ganglia, and reactivation after suitable condition. It may produce in later stage Next important things are clinical features, because main diagnosis is based on clinical features. First is incubation period, that is 10 to 21 days. In this period the patient is asymptomatic. Next is prodromal period, or we can say pre-eruptive stage. It is 1 to 2 days period before appearance of the rashes. In this the patient have mild to moderate fever, nausea, malaise and headache. This stage lasting about 24 hours in the children and 2 to 3 days for the adults. In many children, the illness is not usually preceded by prodromal symptoms, and the first sign is the rashes or the spots in the oral cavity. Next stage is Jantham phase or eruptive stage. The rashes first appear on trunk, then comes on the face, arms and leg is less evidently affected. It also involves mucosal surface, genital area and axilla. Palms and soles are not affected usually. It appears as dew drops on skin surrounded by inflammatory area. Skin rashes appear first as macules, the slight reddish spot in the skin, then papules, then vesicle, different types of vesicle like clear fluid vesicle, hazy fluid vesicles, then crusting of these vesicle and production of scab. Scabbing begin 4 to 5 days after rashes appears. This is the picture. First appearance of macule, then papule, then vesicle and scab. The classical feature of chickenpox is pleomorphism of skin rashes, that is, all stages of the rashes may be seen simultaneously at a time in same area due to the appearance of 4 to 5 days successive crop. It usually takes about 10 days after the first symptoms before all blisters have crusted over. This is when the person with chickenpox can return to daycare, school or their work. The median number of lesions is 300, but it can vary from 10 to 1500. You can see in this picture the pleomorphism of the skin rashes. All qualities, all stages are present at same time: macule, papule, blisters, scabs. Then complications. Secondary bacterial superinfection of the skin, which is usually caused by Streptococcus pyogenes and Staphylococcus. In case of CNS involvement, there is cerebellar ataxia, and meningeal inflammation generally appears almost 21 days after the onset of rashes. Aseptic meningitis, encephalitis, transverse myelitis and Guillain-Barré syndrome can occur. Pneumonia is the most common complication. Its onset within 3 to 5 days of illness and is associated with tachypnea, cough, dyspnea and fever. Cyanosis, chest pain and hemoptysis are common. Other complications like myocarditis, nephritis, arthritis, bleeding diathesis, acute glomerulonephritis and hepatitis are common. When we are talking about perinatal transmission, there is symptoms like limb hypoplasia, skin lesions, microcephaly at birth. Next important thing is diagnosis. First we talk the characteristic rashes and a history of recent exposure should lead to a prompt diagnosis. So clinical features are very much important for diagnosis. Examination of vesical fluid under electron microscope show round particle. Scraping of the floor of the vesicles colored by GIMSA, that is transient smear, that is main diagnosis. It shows multinucleated giant cell. Fourfold rise in antibody titer. Detection of viral DNA by polymerase chain reaction. Fluorescent antibody to membrane antigen. ELISA test. Isolation of varicella zoster virus in culture also is possible, but it is very expensive. So main diagnosis based on clinical features. Then the treatment. There are several antiviral drugs that we can prescribe for adolescents and adults with chickenpox. They are acyclovir 800 mg orally 5 times daily, or valacyclovir 1 gram thrice daily, famciclovir 250 mg 3 times daily. For children less than 12 years, the dose of acyclovir is 20 mg per kg every 6 hours. Treatment duration 5 to 7 days is recommended. Antiviral therapy can be helpful if we start within 24 to 48 hours of the symptoms. After that, it is not very much helpful. For immunocompromised host, acyclovir can be provided IV in the dose of 10 mg per kg every 8 hoursly for 7 days. We can use antipyretics, but aspirin is contraindicated due to Ray's syndrome in children. Prevention through varicella zoster immunoglobulins to individuals who are susceptible are at high risk of developing complication of the varicella and have had an significant exposure is prescribed. Given within 72 hours of exposure, dose is 12.5 unit per kg body weight up to 625 unit maximum. Repeat dose after 1 to 3 weeks. Live attenuated vaccine of varicella that have Oka strain recommended for all children after 1 year of age up to 12 years. Subcutaneously, 2 doses are recommended for all children. The first dose at 12 to 15 months of age and second dose at 4 to 6 year of age, or 3 months after the first dose. In case of varicella zoster virus, seronegative persons more than 12 years of age should receive 2 doses of vaccine at least 1 month different. We can control the chickenpox through good hygiene, daily bathing and soaking. Avoid secondary bacterial infection of the skin by skin care. Close cropping of fingernails because there are itching, and if fingernails are big, it can spread the disease and also secondary bacterial infection. Relief of skin itching by tepid water bath and wet compress, topical dressing, antipruritic agents like lactocalamine or cetirizine, isolation for 6 days after onset of rashes, disinfection of the used article like cloth and bed sheets. Thank you very much. There are several herbal remedies for this disease like neem leaves, chandan and haldi. Use of neem leaves is a good remedy. Sunshine helps in treating chicken pox. Honey helps to reduce inflammation and irritation. Jasmine flower and leaves give relief from itching. Oatmeal bath reduce irritation and speed up healing. Sandalwood essential oil improve skin and protect against infection. If you like this video, please click on like and bell button, and please subscribe my channel for other videos.